Good evening. The latest businesses to be hit by this smash and grab crime is Universal Liquor on University Avenue. One of the businesses that also got broken into recently describes this crime trend as heartbreaking. Seen in this video, a white car confirmed by Rochester police as a stolen Kia, pushing the door to Universal Liquor down and two individuals going inside. Elizabeth Clapp is one of now 4 other businesses that was broken into in the exact same way.
We've all chosen to be in this neighborhood for a reason, whether our businesses started here or we live here. It's terrible. We've created or continue to try to create a community here. Our building owner, selects great businesses so that we're all cohesive and we share a lot of the same values. And to see that happen in this community is heartbreaking.
The RPD's Greg Bellows says police located the Kia used to break into the liquor store and started to chase it.
Our officers attempted to stop it. There was a short pursuit. We attempted to pursue the vehicle, and it reached dangerous speeds that were not safe for the community, not safe for our officers, at which point the officers terminated the pursuit.
Bellows says while these 5 incidents all share a similar MO, he can't fully say that they're connected just yet. Clapp says she feels for the businesses that have been hit and that it's frustrating there isn't much they can do to stop this.
Honestly, the best thing I feel like we can do is be on the news and say, we don't have cash, we have an alarm system, we just want to be a part of this community and we want to serve people.
The Monroe County Sheriff's Office says it's seen between 15 to 20 smash and grab burglaries across the county since the beginning of the year.
Rochester is addressing the massive spike in car thefts in the city. Mayor Evans calling on Kia and Hyundai to fix the fault in those vehicles that makes them an easy target. In the meantime, 13 WHAM's Carla Rogner reports on the city's plan to combat that rising crime. Carla, good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Matt. Since the start of this year, RPD reports more than 400 cars have been stolen in the city, and about 200 of those have been Kias or Hyundais. At tonight's city council meeting, the mayor and council members called for action. Scenes like this have become all too common. Kias and Hyundais being stolen in Rochester. In this case, it took the thief about 30 seconds to get behind the wheel and take off. It's happening in cities across the country, and RPD Captain Brian Marone tells City Council it picked up locally around November.
They're smashing rear windows of vehicles, they're ripping the ignition apart, and they're able to start the vehicles with ease with a screwdriver or a USB.
According to Marone, most of the suspects are juveniles and often repeat offenders.
One situation where he arrested the same individual 4 times. That individual was involved in the Monroe Ave and Pittsford robbery of a jewelry store as well. He was arrested one afternoon by us, spoken to, interviewed in a stolen car, charged, given an appearance ticket, and that same evening committed that robbery in Pittsford in another stolen vehicle.
Councilman Jose Pio is calling for accountability for the thieves and their parents. He says he's sick of his constituents and Rochester business owners falling victim to auto theft and oftentimes subsequent break-ins.
I think the conversations just need to be had about what we're actually going to do and what we're actually capable of doing. If we can't hold the parents' insurance company accountable, then what about the homeowner's insurance? Who can we hold accountable?
Mayor Evans says his office is inundated with calls from people asking what they're doing about this.
This is a major priority, these car thefts, and the fact that they are juveniles makes it even more of a priority.
Police say young people are getting the idea to steal these cars on the internet. Mayor Evans says a long-term goal to combat this theft is getting youth involved in more productive activities.
We need to work with particularly the parents to make sure that they are getting involved in good, positive activities, but also to let them understand that there are consequences for this. These children may end up having a record as a result of stealing cars, and sometimes these things can turn violent.
The mayor is planning to eliminate the fee that victims of auto theft have to pay to get their cars out of the impound lot, a place that lately has been crowded with stolen vehicles. And the City of Rochester and Police Department have ordered clubs that can be used as a steering wheel lock to prevent auto theft. They will share plans on how they're planning to distribute those to Kia and Hyundai owners once they arrive.
From your breaking news and weather authority, this is 13 WHAM News at 11.
We begin with what the superintendents in Victor and Fairport are calling a racially charged incident at a high school basketball game. Good evening, I'm Matt Malloy.
And I'm Carla Rogner. The schools say it happened last night during the varsity game between the two teams in Fairport. The superintendents from both districts releasing a joint statement tonight. They say they were informed Victor students made racially offensive noises while a black Fairport student was shooting foul shots.
The statements from the superintendents reading in part, the student's actions were, quote, extremely hurtful to the individual that was targeted and his teammates. The instigator's actions also had a far-reaching impact within the Fairport school community, including classmates, staff, and spectators.
It goes on to say this incident and the resulting harm goes against the core values of both the Victor and Fairport school districts. There are no excuses for this behavior. The Victor superintendent tells us high school administrators are working with the students involved. It's unclear yet if any disciplinary action will be taken. We'll continue to follow this story for you on 13wham.com.